Welcome to the Toonami Squad Podcast Sessions, Episode 1, Pilot.
Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the first ever pilot episode of Toonami Squad Sessions, a new podcast at toonamisquad.boards.net are, basically trying to put together and see how it goes and see if you guys would like it. Hello, I am the editor at Toonami Squad, or the lead editor, something along those lines, that kind of title.
Chief editor.
But,
editor.
And the host.
Yeah. I'm ERockstar 5 on Twitter, also known as Eric Casey when I'm not on Twitters.
I'm Mr. Shadow on Twitter with the happy face.
My name's Sam. I also go by SC Universe on Twitter.
I am Phantom. I go by PhantomStar64. Possibly change it to Punisher64. I don't know.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And last but not least.
I am JMB. I go by JMB_70056 on Twitter. I am the founder of Toonami Squad.
Are you sure you're not Zoro?
Okay.
Well,
so,
I can assure you I'm a Jedi,
Yes,
according to my profile pic. So
I have a
just
Zoro
throwing it out
profile.
I'm a Jedi.
with a gigantic gun.
there. Right. Well, speaking of, podcasts and the whole thing, we have a bunch of topics for discussion. Here we have to open it up. Basically, Toonami Preflight, the old lovable stream that we enjoy every Friday night, or at 5 p.m. On Adult Swim, starring Jason DeMarco, Clark Nova 1, and Gil Austin at Stupid Gil on Twitter as well. It's their 1-year anniversary of their Toonami stream called Toonami Preflight on Adult Swim.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, guys, if you watch this.
Enjoy your cake. There's cake.
your virtual cake that we give to you. But yeah, Toonami Preflight is 1 year old after Toonami's been revived.
Very helpful, very important, plays an important role in all of this.
Yeah.
It was very interesting that they would decide to do this, but it's cool because it has a little bit more interactivity than what they did with the Tumblr. And
Absolutely.
You get to discuss shows and talk
especially
about future events coming up.
Mm-hmm. You get like a preview of what's coming up during the week. And like you said, it's a great way for the community to kind of, meet the creators of Toonami and kind of get to know them as people. Not as the
It's
guys.
definitely something that's made for the fans. I don't think like a casual person can like go onto Adult Swim and just basically Adult Swim's website and basically sit down and watch this for an hour or so.
It's definitely something a lot different than, like, let's say Toonami, the Toonami, what was it, Jetstream? Remember that?
Jetstream.
Yeah.
See, I think that I would really hope that they have more of a progressive role. I mean, I understand it's basically for us, but they have a platform that could be very well utilized to clarify things of, such as trending, hashtags, and things that, will improve,
Improve the block going forward, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it might get an extra hour. So ratings are what it's really about. It's a company, in a sense, even though they're not working for actual money.
Just to remind you guys, they still do this for free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what makes it that amazing.
Yeah.
And they could be doing something else. So we're all very thankful, because instead of doing something else, they're doing stuff for us. So it's just,
I mean, especially when they are doing Intruder 2, so they're doing this on top of their free time or spare time of their spare time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, who would have thought Intruder 2, like a thing like Intruder 2 would have happened, especially
to come out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even they were like very skeptical about it.
I'm still kind of on the wall on like the ending and stuff, because he's got to get out of there. He can't just live on some like deserted like planet in some shack. I mean,
well,
like,
Space Ghost did it.
It will do until Perfect comes.
No,
it'll probably be there for like the next year, and then they'll probably I hope they do announce another total immersion event, because that may also help a little bit more, because the total immersion event did pretty well for them.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
I would agree
I
with
think they
that.
should do like a new lockdown.
I
wouldn't- I'm
I
more
would say
towards,
it's a bit too
like-
early for that.
I think what I would really like for them to do is, like, branch out and try out a new storyline instead of just creating a sequel to something that already exists.
Yeah, that's why the scenario that it's in right now has got me interested, because
it's
I'm
limbo.
actually interested in the world that Tom is stranded on right now.
Like,
What's
even-
happening to Sarah? I mean, she's not completely back yet.
Like,
Let's not
even
forget.
Jason DeMarco, like, hinted at that there may be possible life forms.
Yeah, see, I don't know what the name of that base is either, honestly.
I wonder if it has an actual name though. Like, I wonder if they know like exactly what the thing is, but they wanted like the fans to give it like its own name because Tom's, inhabiting it now. But it does have like a normal
Right.
name. Like the name that we gave it is something completely different.
See, I really, my only big complaint was the whole thing what they did with the app, and the fact that, I mean, maybe it was my negligence and not like looking into it, but there's like, is it like 9,000 taps or something, and then you got like some prize. I mean,
Something
that,
like that.
I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is,
The apps...
is it, after that it was meaningless. So I mean, I just deleted it.
I mean, the app was pretty pointless to begin with, and even I thought they were expecting like some type of interactivity with the app for like Intruder 2. That never came.
Yeah.
I thought that was
And the whole,
portrayed.
like, and then
So
I'm
it was
limited on what shows I'm supposed to be trending. Like, no matter what time I'm up tweeting on Toonami, the app never changes. It's just the same 3 shows, Toonami, whatever else is hashtagged and trended.
Yeah, that is true. I've noticed that too. But to be fair, on my end, when I'm capturing, the goodies and everything that's happening during the broadcast, I've actually found it very beneficial because since I have so many programs open, Google Chrome, my editing software, and capture, it's actually been pretty beneficial because I'm actually able to tweet while I'm editing everything, and everything it'll still go through. And
You
no
never-
problems.
It's nice, but I just kind of wish that all the show options were there.
Yeah, I remember the first time I got it, it basically went through a cycle of all the shows, but then after that, like you said, it hasn't changed.
No, it's basically DBZ Kai,
Mhm.
Akame ga Kill, and Samurai Champloo, and then Toonami.
Right.
Because
Did
that's
you-
what if I wanted to tweet about, like, back when Michiko and Hachin was on? What if I wanted to tweet about that show through the app? I had to delete whatever show was trending or delete the Twitter
Mm-hmm.
message for, like, what level I'm currently at.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's
To
what
just
I
make
gotta
that
do
tweet
too,
when I
yeah.
could have just done it, like, 5 seconds. But it's
Don't-
taking me,
don't-
like
don't they
5
still
seconds to
have-
do it on Twitter.
Yep.
They still have the watch Toonami thing, because the problem I experienced was the compatibility issues of once you go in and use that, if you try to log like into Twitter, I had like trouble of the app opening a portal to Twitter, but then I just had compatibility issues. I mean, it was trivial. It was I mean, I liked it because the hashtags were set. So when the suggestions come up, when you do, because I do everything on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and when suggestions come up, I don't have to worry about that. I hit it, and it would have been nice that the hashtag didn't show up in the beginning of the tweet. You know what I mean? Or your cursor would have been in front of the hashtag. But I mean, all around, dude, it was free,
It is
And-
a free app.
and it had ringtones. I mean, I think Boss mentioned it had like, what is it, like a ton of ringtones. It wasn't just for friendly. I mean, my first complaint was, why was it so big? That was like a huge red flag, because I thought it would be a troller, trying to do something, and for a weekend, let's, we're bored, let's do this to these people. Because the way that Google Play works is it's an open source, so you can, and there's not much verification at all, so you can just send whatever you want, basically. I mean, some of the flashlight apps are horribly malicious, and they don't take it down. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean. After I think we got in contact with the creators or someone behind the scenes that was actually part of it, and that kind of gave me some, relief, because it was a huge app compared to what I'm used to and probably what else you guys are used to.
They
So I think it had a
like
lot of.
suggestions, like when you have problems and stuff, which is nice.
Did any of you guys, like, boss, did you download any of the ringtones? Because I didn't.
I downloaded a couple of them.
I can't.
Oh, I got the whole thing. I downloaded the whole thing.
Yeah, same here.
You downloaded some of the ringtones to actually use for personal use, not just use it from the app.
I personally wish there was a bigger music selection than what they are offering in that app.
Yeah. I would like to
It's
see
pretty
straight.
lacking.
Well, it is free. We gotta
That is
keep
a free
on
app, and I
reiterating
can't expect Ninja Tunes music to be on there because that's a part of a licensing issue, and they
that.
can't
What are
do that.
Ninja Tunes?
The
You don't know
music that
what
they
I'm
constantly
on
play
Tobin.
each week.
DJ.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So yeah.
Thanks for all your work, guys, and keep it up. I hope you guys
Just
can
keep
still
banging
make
out
the
those
time.
Toonami pre-flights, because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and from me personally too, I've learned a lot of just like the history of animation and stuff just by watching pre-flight. Their reviews of they
Especially
do
with
great reviews for
I mean, I always really
do great stuff on there.
I always really love the insider look that they always
That
give
too, yeah.
to each of their shows that they've aired and
Mm-hmm.
what they thought of it. It's just like it's very funny, but it's also very interesting what they think of these shows. Because
I
like how
sometimes
they
these were
talked about
shows that
G.I.
they
Joe.
didn't want to air, but they had to because they had no control over it.
Yeah, like because those were always the stories that we've always wondered. Like, why did Woolen Warriors get on Toonami?
Why did Hamtaro get on with
Toonami.
Toonami?
To be honest, I forgot that Woolen Warriors ever was a thing.
It was a thing for like
Alright.
2 or 3 episodes, and then it got cut.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did
also-
poorly in ratings.
Also, for me, since I'm working on Retro Look Back Toonami, this helps me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how?
Especially
Explain
with
it.
IGPX. I'm
Well,
sorry.
explain that. Go into like more detail.
Well, I don't want to go too much detail with.
He doesn't want to spoil anything.
Oh, dude, like
That is
if
true.
you find it helpful, like what aspects? The fact that they give you stuff that if you just sat down and watched the stuff, you would have no idea, or the connection with the shows and how Toonami and them kind of have like relationships with like studios, or just a little nibble. I
Just
want
the
a little.
just some of the shows, and majorly IGPX.
Oh God, you're up in IGPX. I hope. to
Well,
help
I'm not
that.
Jose, who has the jacket, which looks awesome.
If you give me one of the robots, I might want to wear a jacket of IGPX.
Am I the only one that
We'll talk
wants
discotheque.
Transformers with my little mini con on my back to make me stronger? Am I the only one here?
Oh, I'll love
that
that
think
too.
that?
I can replace myself. I'll replace
I
my
used to own one before, but it's neither here nor there.
Alright,
I could
so
resist that one.
so moving on.
Oh, wait, hold on. One other thing we should mention about the voting thing.
Okay, take it away.
Let me find the link. So,
Today, Jason DeMarco put up a link to the Toonami website, basically stating that they're doing a poll for Toonami's first year anniversary.
no, the pre-play anniversary.
Pre-play anniversary.
Late anniversary, yeah.
To celebrate our 1-year anniversary, we are giving you a chance to decide the true top favorites. The first 100 to register and vote receive a new Toonami t-shirt. Hope it's a Toonami Preflight one.
I bet you
And
it's
it looks like a Tom 5 pin. And then the next 2,400 to register and vote receive a Tom pin. So I guess it's like one of those Disney pins that you would trade and whatnot.
Right.
Yes, there we go.
So pretty much, and some of us actually took the vote, like myself.
Same.
Pretty much, it's what's your favorite outfit for anime characters, or what's your favorite rewatch show, or what show would you like uncancelled?
Yeah, these were all questions that they asked on Preflight before, and they're just taking what fans think of.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer because I know some of the people,
And spoiler alert, the funny thing about the vote was they had One Punch Man in there.
see, the thing is, when it comes to having a show
I guess
canceled,
Boss is trying to show us the website too.
I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
people
click
here-
on my
Yeah, there you go. Yep, you're up.
See, I know a lot of people like One Piece, but if I had to pick one show that is a drag, I don't want to be, against the show or anything, but it seems that the time slot just isn't working out for some reason. So they either need to move it forward, or they need to change something. Because I don't know what it's been like recently, but when I've been on, it's been hard to see the people either they fell asleep or they're just not interested. Some people. I watch every show, even if I'm not a fan. I know probably most of you guys do the same thing. It's Toonami. You sit down, you watch Toonami, compared to other people who are like, no, I just don't like the show, and they just don't watch it.
And
I talked to some people.
I'm sorry. In terms of One Piece, it's currently doing very well. It's beating out Kill la Kill reruns.
Kill la Kill is the latest thing. So it's kind of hard to do really well in those things because.
Even Attack on Titan, when it reran again, it kept on beating out One Piece 9 times out of 10 in that time slot.
Yeah, and until. Yeah, for me, in my article on Kill la Kill, I mentioned this one episode. Basically, from that episode on, Kill la Kill went through the roof, in my opinion. I thought it was great after that. But up until that point, for me as a viewer, I was personally kind of struggling with Kill la Kill a little bit.
Was it the tournament? Was it the natural selection election or something? Because that.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just. Kill la Kill was kind of it's really slow with the build-up, I think.
Yeah. But you started to like it when the natural selection election came, because that's kind of how I had it, where once the action started and all the story puzzles came together.
Yeah.
And from there on, you find out the real meaning, what's happening, and you're like, whoa, this is some serious, stuff that's going on. And from then on, the characters who you thought were awful. I'm going to do spoilers if people haven't seen it.
Spoilers.
But all the people that she thought hated him and caused all those issues ends up being on the same team, and they're just really kind of testing her. Awful and mean. And then you find out that she's part of the solution, yet she is part of the problem. And that's kind of oh my god. And then that's where I really got hooked on it, because I watched the sub once the trailer came out on Toonami, and besides the fan service and scantily, the funny thing in the sub is they say Mako tells his mom, her mom, about Ryuko is an exhibitionist. Basically means she likes to go outside and take off her clothes and he's scantily dressed. And I remember.
And eventually accept the fact.
Yeah. And then there's the second or third episode, she gets more power if she can accept her Kamui naked, and you're just like, oh god, in front of everyone. So that's the natural selection election is where it kind of had a lot of meaning to me of interest. And then the last episode. You guys remember the trending on the last episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was huge.
That was one of the. For that kind of show, that was the perfect ending.
I remember on the trending.
Sadly, they didn't play the OVA.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't seen
that's
the OVA.
just the rights issue.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up then.
Yeah. If you want to watch it legally, you have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give who they own, Aniplex, right?
Aniplex.
Yeah.
I don't want to give them $50 for a single episode.
No, dude, it's messed up. What they do is they break out a season into volumes. So each volume.
And each one's $50. I've seen it on Amazon. It's
Sword Art
ridiculous.
Online.
You get 4 episodes.
Sword Art Online will make a rich person become a pauper. It's just outrageous.
Yeah.
And it's borderline.
Did you guys see the prices that they're charging for Your Lie in April? It's ridiculous. They're almost charging you $200 for just one season.
Dude, Fate/Zero is still that price. Fate/Zero, the series. It is. Some of the episodes are equivalent to 45 minutes long, and there's 20-something episodes, but it's $200-something last time I checked.
For the Blu-ray, probably. For the imported version, it's probably very expensive for the import version.
Right.
But they ran out of Blu-rays for a long time ago. You can only get the DVDs now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But this is like for July and April, like that much. You're charging that much money for something that you're not even sure will do that well.
Oh, they justified saying that like the animation is as good as you get. The time it's put in is as good as you get.
That and also piracy too, from what I've heard. Like it costs so much because of that, which is ridiculous too.
No, but piracy. The only way to stop piracy is have reasonable prices.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The only acceptable thing I can give for piracy, which I don't really think it even is piracy, is if you read light novels that I do, like that I like to read, and some mangas that simply are not that no one has the rights to, and it's never coming here.
yeah.
Like it is never going to come here. So you watch a really good anime, you get hooked, and then you look it up. Oh wow, it's a manga series or it's a light novel series, and look, oh wow, it has 1 through 18 already out. You look up, okay, no, you have no availability in North America. They have like Taiwanese, Portugal, German, but no availability here. So I mean, I'm a fan. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to basically throw away a show that I really, really like? So it's kind of like, there's nothing else you really can do. I really wish they would let me buy stuff, because then you don't have to go on Scribe and other websites to actually, you feel dirty after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
So-
pirating. I like to support the original
Yeah,
creators.
exactly.
Same here, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just I wish I could afford that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, to
speaking
be
of,
fair, like for the prices that they're asking for Gurren and Kill la Kill, they aren't asking a shit ton of money, but they are asking for, I would say, for like an entire season's worth. I feel like if you were to compilation them all into like one DVD or Blu-ray set, I think it would justify the price that you're giving it.
Right. If they put out like a Kill la Kill complete edition, $150-$200, I'd be down. I'd do that. But the way it is, I'm bringing it up now. Kill la Kill, right?
Yeah, Kill la Kill, I believe, for like the standard Blu-rays is like $35, and then for like the limited edition is $60.
I'm looking on Amazon right now. Kill la Kill Blu-ray number 1. Only 2
How
left.
many
Is $56.98.
I believe
For
that's
how
for just the limited edition. Right Stuff
Yeah.
has it
Look at
all
that.
on their website.
Wii U
Usually,
game for
if
that
you're going
much.
to buy Aniplex stuff, you usually have to go through Right Stuff to get it.
I know that one of our members,
It also
Berserk Fury, she gets the Fullmetal Alchemist. Remember the collection edition that she sent? Wasn't that like $300-something?
yeah, because
Oh,
it's over.
Yeah,
speaking of
Funimation.
Fullmetal Alchemist, I think we should discuss the elephant in the room.
What? Which one is that?
What?
Funimation losing the rights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
not an
Funimation
elephant.
losing the
I
rights.
think everyone on planet Earth probably knows about that.
Oh, low blow, man.
Yeah.
That's sad.
The thing is, though, I think I read it on Twitter somewhere, someone mentioning what's going to actually happen. They're losing the rights, and then because it's really popular, they're going to basically sell it twice. It's kind of like having a car, selling to one person, saying, okay, I sold you for 5 years, you can't have it anymore. And then I'm going to sell it for even more money to the next person that comes along for 5 years.
From what I've heard,
Yeah.
I believe Aniplex may be in consideration of picking that up, or re-picking it up once they lose the rights to it. Because
Yeah,
they
so-
did throw money at that show, both series. So, from what I've heard, that's what they're maybe going for. Just Fullmetal Alchemist. I haven't heard anything about Baccano or Darker Than Black, other shows that they may have, because I've heard that they're very disinterested in non-popular older shows.
So what you're really saying is expect a Blu-ray Fullmetal Alchemist that contains only 4
$1,000.
episodes that cost $57.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Or
it
just
costs,
like what Funimation charged for like the limited edition collector's version.
it costs
the
them
original.
no money. They buy the rights, and then it's basically, it's a type of asset where you bought the rights for this many years, so you can probably make as many as possible. You can probably literally make as many that will sell. You can print. See, I really hope that Sentai Films builds a better relationship with Toonami, because they have some really, really good shows.
I'm praying for the remake of Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero, even though I have problems with Fate Zero.
Fate/Zero is really good. I just finished that, but Fate/Stay the Night,
But the issue with the issue with getting like Fate Zero is like what you guys said before. Is just like there's an hour-long episode, and then there's like weird times of when the episodes end.
That is a good
So
point.
that's timing issues that they have to think to overcome.
It's 24 of them, so they're going to take up 2 blocks on Toonami for 24 weeks, and you have to include the thing about the thing where we do marathons. It seems so.
Yeah.
To make the show last longer, they do marathons of old episodes, which I mean, I understand why they do it, but it is kind of a killer for trending. It really is, because it makes people like, I don't know what they're doing in the next marathon, but if we have something big like the Super Bowl or holidays, you can almost guarantee that it's going to be a marathon. I mean, I can almost guarantee that. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you got to kind of put up with it. But Fate/Zero and other things are just, I don't think they'll ever try to get it, because it just doesn't fit the mold as much as I really would want it, because it has everything. Love,
They need to get more Aniplex titles, and to be honest, that's probably one people want the most next to Magi.
Really?
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
But Magi, is Magi that expensive? Because Magi
Is currently in a contract with Netflix. They cannot air it.
Well, wait, I have Magi.
Well, same with Seven Deadly Sins.
The Seven Deadly Sins they own exclusive rights to. They paid for that dub. They paid for it to air on their website exclusively. So it's a Netflix original. Quotation marks.
So
Can
they
I
have
just
to talk
flip
to
off
Netflix?
Netflix?
Sorry, Phantom. Sorry. Go on.
No, I was just saying, can
It's
I
like-
just flip them?
It's like Knights of Sidonia. Sentai Filmworks distributes that, but Netflix owns it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, I think a really good show that would match up, and I know you guys are going to give me, flack about the name, but Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is a really, really, really good show.
I've heard good stuff about it. I haven't. I
I
actually
watched
been
like
wanting to see
one
it.
episode of it. It didn't hook my attention.
Oh,
Maybe
one
if there was a
episode.
dub, maybe.
Oh, they're not going to be a dub anytime soon, because it's a very.
I don't know. Sentai's been dubbing a lot more than what they have been in the
Well,
past.
see, the show, I mean, the thing that I do is I basically watch a few episodes, because I've, like, for instance, I watched, I think, Guilty Crown, which that would be a really good one. It's a Funimation one. And watched one episode, kind of was like, oh, okay, and then came back to it, and really enjoyed it. But, that's another one. I think the Attack on Titan studio, don't quote me, I think someone said that they, were involved in it. But, I mean, there's a lot of shows that hopefully...
Production IG.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I think it was them who worked on Attack on Titan.
Studio Wit is a subsidiary of a Production IG. So Studio Wit did Attack on Titan. I think Production IG helped a bit, but I'm not sure on that fully.
Yeah, see, Attack on Titan, now, I mean, if you've been following the manga, I believe the anime left off, I think, at like 8 or 9 in the manga. Now, it's at like 17 or something, or that's available in America. So, they definitely have enough material. So, but I think they pushed it out to 2017 or something. So, but that would be another heavy hitter if they managed to get a deal for that, because I remember my girlfriend who hates anime was actually interested in that. She saw the trailer and she was like, "Whoa!" And then I told her it was anime and she was completely disinterested. So, but I mean,
I almost happened to my mother one time.
Yeah, see, I mean,
I brought up the live-action Attack on Titan trailer.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, this is an anime adaptation, a live-action version of an anime. It's like, but I don't like anime. I'm like, it's good. You need to watch it.
The thing I don't understand is if someone who doesn't like anime will watch a live-action version of an anime, that's like, I mean,
Like Ghost in the Shell, that's coming.
But I'm just gonna say it bastardized it, because it's not. It's completely different. I mean, for instance, the Attack on Titan, they got rid of tons of characters. No one looks the same. It's kind of like knowing your family for a few years and coming home one day and everyone's different. It's like the voices are even different too, and the storyline is different. So when live action happens, they can't imitate the effects, the powers, the dynamic, involvement of the characters, the backstories. So I think if you like the live action but not the anime, there's something wrong with you and not anime. So, but the live action, I just have a big grudge against. So, and I don't think anything's gonna change that.
I just think it's just people that just don't understand the material, though. I feel like
It's
they just do it
ignorance.
completely wrong.
I think it's
I feel like
ignorance.
you can do it. It's just they just do it wrong every
Yep.
time for some reason. They just make the wrong artistic
Well, dude, how are you gonna imitate?
decisions.
How are you gonna imitate a few, a huge, gigantic, colossal titan in a gigantic wall?
Yeah.
I mean, and then having, it getting kicked in, people getting eaten, houses getting blown up, people going around, flying around, grabbing onto, buildings, chopping off napes and stuff. So,
Right. I mean, I was actually really surprised that a live-action Attack on Titan was even considered because of that fact, like you just said. Because I could see that in these days, like people getting like offended by that, not going to
Well,
go.
people are getting offended by the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Because a live-action Attack on Titan movie, live action, that should be like rated R or NC-17. Like that. You should go all on or don't do it at all.
well, and the budget's got to be huge because, like Phantom, you mentioned Ghost in the Shell. I mean, I've only seen a few episodes, but that mostly focused on things that we have, kind of like guns and maybe modifying.
Yeah, and you could.
That's easier to do. I mean, for instance, Parasite. I don't know how they did it. The guy's hand looks like a weird puppet. I mean, like
The live action.
Yeah, the live action. Like there's certain effects, like in Naruto, you can't make Naruto go Nine Tails or even Nine Tails cloak. I mean, but Ghost in the Shell, you can definitely pull that off. I think Ghost in the Shell is one of the best.
I mean, they got like Scarlett Johansson, and they picked some other
She signed-
person.
Scarlett Johansson signed up.
Yeah.
To go,
Yeah, she's
Oh,
playing
wow.
Yeah,
the
she's
main character.
She's playing the general. Yeah.
they have.
Which I think that makes sense. I know some people bash that. I think it makes sense.
I like Scarlett Johansson, so why not?
She would be
I mean,
good.
basically Black Widow, but as a robot.
Yeah.
I think.
I wonder who's
think-
gonna be Malcolm. Are they gonna get like Richard Epcar?
I don't think they have deep pockets like that. So I think Scarlett Johansson would be really good for Bella Lyca in Black Lagoon, because
Ooh,
And
Ravi?
well, the other thing is though, mentioning Ghost in the Shell, they changed the distributor. Disney was supposed to distribute it along with DreamWorks, but DreamWorks changed it to someone else.
Paramount now has
Oh, it's
distribution.
now Paramount.
There's
And last
another
I
show.
recall, and if I recall, Paramount also distributed the Avengers.
See, the thing is, I don't know if you guys have watched this show called Seraph of the End. I believe it's a Funimation dub, but I think it's either Universal Studios or Paramount who actually is in every episode. Like when you see the thing, the movie intro that you get every movie is like da-da-da, and like you see like the planet. That is in every episode, and the dub is strikingly good. And it's a really, really, it's not like a Kame Kill or anything like that, but it's a really solid show that has a second season. And I mean, it's one of the many shows based off a light novel that's basically hit it off. So I mean, I really think that would also be a good one. And I bet you it's available because all of them are already dubbed. And it's got, I think, Paramount or Universal involved. So for them to throw money at something, it's profit over fans or
So
kind of like.
I wonder how the French people would like to see Toonami.
Oh, very good, very good. See,
Good segue.
the thing is there any information on? I
But
need
yet the French do not like the sports video games.
Yeah.
They don't, I guess they don't like the Kinect sports.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, the thing is, Turner. I think Boss probably has more information about this, but I know Turner announced it. But other than that, I'm not aware of any details or what channel. I mean, I've never been to France, so I don't know what channels they have.
I'm just
So-
excited.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, recently France is getting a Toonami broadcast in their
They're getting invaded
zone.
by
We
Toonami.
persuade them.
Mhm.
Yep.
Let's just say I know some French.
Yeah.
And they're also
Should have
getting
had a baguette, man.
Aren't they getting the English dub to Super? Aren't they getting the English dub to Super?
No, that's Toonami Asia. That's
Asia, right?
that's
Okay.
Toonami Asia is doing really well. Toonami Asia, like, I'm pretty sure that they're getting really, really good ratings. I remember seeing something when we lost the 3 hours that they're doing really, really well, and they have completely different shows too. So the thing to worry about with the France is because France is part of the EU and everything, they have things called like geo. Yeah, they have like geo rights. So, for instance, if we all lived in Germany and we bought the same TV show on Amazon or anything like this, or if we have Hulu, we could not watch that. There's a chance that we can't watch that in other EU countries because the licenses haven't been issued for that country. So, I that's one of the conflicts that I really wonder.
So it'd be hard for Toonami France to get shows, is what you're saying?
Well, it will be hard for the same shows on Toonami France for it to spread out to other EU countries. And
but wouldn't it be like the Toonami Asia broadcast, or is it just gonna be something different?
It's supposed to be a whole Toonami channel. I know that. Not sure.
So it's kind of like what the British did. They had a dedicated Toonami blog or channel.
Wait, so it's an entire channel, so I could wake up at 11 o'clock in the morning and turn it on, and there'll be Toonami instead of having to go to midnight to 3 a.m. 3:30.
It would be pretty much broadcasting 24/7.
Just like
I guess.
Toonami Asia, that's a whole Toonami channel.
Yeah, Toonami Asia is
Toonami channel.
Really popular. See, the thing is, they like see how the UK has their own channel, right?
It had its own, I think.
It had a while back, but after
because the thing is, I think they're gonna have to license certain shows just for France. So if it gets popular, they can't really. Might have to have different shows because until they do one of this EU things, the summit where they talk about, okay, we're gonna get rid of geo blocking. I mean, a good example is Silver. Silver can't watch certain shows on YouTube.
Did you say Silver or Silver?
Silver.
Okay.
Yeah, Silver. So, like, for instance, if you go on YouTube and you look for a TV show or like a clip, and it says it's not available in your country, that's geo-blocking. So that could become an issue in the expansion. So if they get a popular show, hopefully they'll be able to license it in multiple locations, or the EU makes a ruling to get rid of geo-blockers completely within the EU.
That
sucks. Yeah, dude, it's really bad. I mean, I know a friend, Master Martin, I think, on Twitter. I had to find him an alternate site because he has a Funimation channel, and he has Funimation, but like Sarah for the End is not licensed where he lives, so he can't even watch it from like the person because it's not licensed there. It's geo-blocked, so he has to do pirated stuff because everything's geo-blocked. It's pretty.
I would think though, if France does gain in popularity though, that the guys that block everything, I'm sure they would, be more lenient since they know it's getting a lot of views.
Right. Because if instead of like most of the time you would have, a bigger area, these are just basically France, Germany, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It depends on how they do the licensing. But it's definitely a lot more complicated than kind of we have here. So, but hopefully it gets popular. I don't know what the French
I hope so. Toonami needs to spread somehow.
Yeah. Well, it's already in Asia.
It's doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's in Asia.
No, it is, but I'm just saying, I think Toonami needs to expand a little bit more.
Sadly, not in somewhere else I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I think South America doesn't have it either.
Or Canada.
Yeah. Canada doesn't even have it?
Nope.
Yeah,
They have it in Switzerland, they don't have the Toonami one.
Canadian should get on there.
Okay. Yeah.
US, Asia, India, and France are the only ones that have Toonami right now.
Would Japan count as Asia?
No.
No. Japan doesn't get Adult Swim at all, or even have the Toonami channel.
Adult Swim and Toonami can compete in Japan, which, if you just go there, everything is already on there by the creators. I mean, they got
they get
Tokyo TV and all those things where we watch their shows.
One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get everything exclusive because it's being made there.
Well, I think
that would make perfect sense.
if Toonami can actually progress to France and kind of test the market, I don't know if they've been there before, but it should definitely go down into South America, because there's already a demand for it in South America. That, I mean, I think there's Twitter pages and everything, and people want to watch it. So, and hopefully you don't have to go on pirated sites. I mean, I don't know if they have a pirate stream on Toonami still, but that's not geo-blocked, so it's kind of not capturing the market. If you know that people are pirating stuff, yet you can't expand there and kind of take that market for yourself instead of people who, you know, it's not utilizing to yourself the full potential. So it's all about.
Alright, so two things actually. So I think one of y'all had said y'all weren't sure, asked what channel that Toonami French was supposed to be airing on. Alright, so what I do know is it's supposed to launch on Orange TV, which is a service provider in France, on channel 79.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice. That's a nice clip. Is there any shows or anything? Or
not yet.
Okay.
They're supposed to email us that after it launches, and we'll find out all that information.
Interesting. Sweet. And what is the second one?
Cool.
There was actually another email. As you guys know, I was trying to contact a lot of people and get the information on this.
Get the insights.
And right. Well, somebody else had the original person that emailed the other person that gave me the information, and they had emailed them in French and whatever. So I translated, and pretty much what they were saying was, word about Toonami French launching has crossed the Atlantic, and a site has contacted us for more info. Can you answer them that the chain will be launching in France on February 11th, and we'll have more information at that time. So pretty much, we were the first person to actually report anything about Toonami France on this side of the Atlantic.
And it's all in French. I wanted to just
So yeah, those emails came from Turner, specifically the PR manager from Turner France and the senior vice president of Southern Europe and Africa of Turner.
Oh my god.
Straight out of Turner.
Yeah, that's basically like the head honcho in that region, which is
in other words, we're BFFs now, right?
Are you gonna exchange BFF rings?
But
Best friends for life.
special thanks to those guys giving us the info and all.
Yeah. So,
Thank you, Turner.
yeah, Turner, you know, you guys are killing it. Keep it up.
You're making a good move bringing Toonami to your realm.
But make sure you do promos. Promote it.
Don't be like Chiller.
Yeah,
Don't
promote
yet, never be like Chiller.
Never be
not
like
neglect it. So
Take Toonami's Asia's lead.
Yeah.
yeah, Toonami Asia. Oh, Toonami
Or
Asia.
our Toonami.
Yeah. Well, our Toonami has had some hiccups, sadly, but that's more to the population.
Yeah.
The people behind it, amazing. The next thing I think, I wanted to bring up was the Evangelion, the movie.
You cannot undo.
3.3.
So what's 3.3 you
What
cannot
can't
be
I
doing.
undo?
So the whole thing about this is, if you still look on Google, it says it should have been released like 2014. It got pushed to TBA, to be announced, which is like a death nail for most things, sadly. But it recently came out, and it is awesome. It is awesome. It gives you more information about basically every player.
Did Shinji win the damn robot already?
Oh, Shinji is still a whiny little kid, and but other than that, you got that. If you watch the second one, if you watch it past the credits, there's a special individual comes down. I mean,
I've seen it on Toonami, so I don't think I've caught it.
no. Do you guys? I'm gonna do a spoiler, but when they go into space and looked at the moon, do you guys remember that guy? There's like a little guy, basically white hair, and okay, well that's the guy who ends up coming down after the third impact, and that's kind of where
Also a song by Urara in there.
I don't know who sings it, but the third impact is an awesome song. I love the third impact song.
It's simple and clean for Kingdom Hearts.
Well, it's a really good song, but I'm just glad that it finally came out. And if you enjoy the movies that aired on Toonami during movie month, which they really should do that again. That was probably one of the highlights. I owned all the movies.
If they ever have like a unlimited amount of money to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Cartoon
dude.
Network money.
If I won the lottery, dude, that huge lottery, movie
Yeah, but
month.
they don't take donations, do they?
No.
No,
Take
they
a big
don't.
donation.
No, they do
Take a
not.
big donation. So
I think
I'll change that policy.
Send it to Jason anyway.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So if you enjoyed those things, watch it, get it. It's definitely worth the purchase, and it was phenomenal. It's just really, really great. And if you're a fan of the show,
and check out the cool Ava promos that Toonami did.
Oh, absolutely, on YouTube. So,
I like the 2.221. I just love the music.
yeah, the 2.22 one. Was,
I remember that one too.
Props
I
to
really like
Sarah
that one,
Hardy.
too.
Isn't it the one where they're in a car and the thing comes down and they have to
No, that's
swerve?
1.11.
That's 1.11. I thought 1.11 was when he answers the phone and she drives up in that sports car, and then she's get in the car and stuff, and you see the picture. It's a scantily picture with her signature on it. But anyways, we're getting off track. But
Yeah.
if you were interested and if those movies piqued your interest during movie month, definitely check it out. The wait was worth it. Although 4.0 comes out, I really hope it doesn't get pushed off to TBA, because
Is there a name for it? For that one?
I think it is actually.
Is it just 1.0 or
3.3 plus 1.0
Yeah,
or something
it's
stupid like
it's
that.
3.0 plus 1, and
Apparently,
So,
has
point
been-
oh, point oh. Yeah, it's 3.0 plus 1.0 Evangelion. It's
Jesus, and I thought naming the Kingdom Hearts remixes were complicated.
yeah. Oh, let me tell you.
2.8 final chapter prologue.
This one, I mean, the guy, they actually aired the sub version a few times at conventions, and the dub version, I think they actually put out a notice saying we're looking for blank and blank kind of people to help out. But this one will be the fourth and final film of the rebuild of Evangelion. So it's
This is
definitely.
something I'm taking the ending from the end of
Oh,
Evangelion.
no. The reason why I think they did these things was the ending for that. I've heard.
Because I think the anime version did good.
You mean the Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like the ending.
I heard the anime was good.
The ending was kind of. There's all these hidden meanings, and they didn't really. I mean, I kind of got lost. So, but
The end of Evangelion is more of an art house movie than an actual movie. And even
Yeah.
as an artist myself, I was just like, what is this?
It's art, Sam. As an artist, you should know.
Yeah. Oh, if you buy I got one from Amazon, and it has I think what is it right here? It has a 52-page guidebook including exclusive artwork and behind-the-scenes details of the rebuilt Evangelion 3.33. So and it's just you got to check it out. So I just wanted to include that and make sure everyone knows that it's finally out. So
Evangelion 3.33. Go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next thing is
The trending.
Hold
the
on.
trending.
Is it-
Yes.
Isn't it the 3 hours?
There we go.
Just throw in the 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
3-hour cut or the
We should do the 3-hour lost, because after the 3-hour lost, we
we
started
can do
trending
trending.
real hard. We started trending real hard, because I think all of us thought that we were gonna lose everything. That's the first thing that it's kind of like the
that
doubling
was
down.
Like,
no,
Full on panic mode at that point when
That's
they
why I joined
announced,
Twitter.
Yeah,
I
when
joined Twitter for that
Toonami,
exact
when,
reason.
when Toonami dropped 3 hours in the broadcast, when they just dropped it done in the
Mhm.
current in the current system that they're in now, which is from 12 o'clock to 3:30 a.m. Originally, it was
pretty
from
good.
12 to 6. No, 5:30.
11:30 to 6 was
Yeah.
the original, and to me, I kind of want an extra hour, but where they currently are right now, it's all right.
An hour
Jason-
earlier.
Even Jason said they're happy with where they're at instead of
Yeah.
juggling multiple shows at once.
It's they say it's easier on them for picking shows and putting the content out there because it's
And from-
harder for them to cover
Yeah, it's
six
hard
and a
for
half
the-
hours rather than
You could
just
really tell
3.5.
towards the end of 2014 they were just struggling to find shows to put on at late at night. They had to take Bleach back and put it back at 3 a.m. or something like that. Reruns of Space Dandy, reruns of Cowboy Bebop again, and then by the time
PX, Ghost in the
yeah.
Shell.
by the time the new year ran in, people didn't want to watch those shows anymore.
See,
Yeah.
the thing I think it was I honestly think it was a blessing for many reasons, but the fact that we now have a shorter time period, so instead of a marathon, it's more like a dash and a sprint. Because I don't know about you guys, but most of us have either jobs or school, and staying up to 6 or even 5:30, even 4:30, and for the people who do it, that's a lot compared to what it is now, and it gives them an easier time picking new shows. If you haven't noticed, we've been having a lot of new shows, and the shows are some high quality shows.
I mean, to be honest, they did grab a lot of good shows when they had 6.5 hours to work with. And they tried experimenting a little bit more with the 6.5 hours they give, because I feel like if we didn't have 6.5 hours, we wouldn't have gotten Hellsing Ultimate to air, period.
Remember how they had to basically, they had to cut it short and then they aired the other stuff, but Hellsing Ultimate, that was just, that and Blue Exorcist stood out to me. I mean, to this day, I own all the Hellsings, even the normal Hellsing, and I got all the Blue Exorcist manga. So I really
I'm gonna admit that I've not watched all of Hellsing.
You should.
Hellsing Ultimate's great.
As soon as
I saw 9 and 10.
Why did you watch those? Were you like,
Yeah,
you gotta watch it all.
You gotta watch those.
Freaking late at night.
No, but dude, once he starts taking the ship, and you see how it progresses with the unlocks, and I am the bird of Hermes, eating my wings to keep me tame, kind of.
I was talking to my friend a few years ago when I said, "Oh, hey, Toonami's getting Hellsing Ultimate," and she's like, "Wait, the original?" I'm like, "Is there a difference?"
Yeah, the original is done by Gonzo, and the remake, which is following the manga, is done by Madhouse and a bunch of other studios.
Which Ultimate is the OVA?
The OVA is Madhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that was aired on Toonami, I believe, right, Sam?
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to get that clarified.
I believe the original aired on TV as well. I don't know what.
I'm pretty sure I have both.
I actually bought
the classic anime style.
Yeah. It was kind of goofy too. The thing I liked about Hellsing was when they had a goofy kind of /series scene, when they were looking at pictures and Ceres Victorious had all the group of old people, that kind of thing, where they had those funny kind of clips there, and they kind of mixed in the classic with the nice refined action, clear detail, HD kind of stuff.
And
so I really liked that now.
I feel like to me the humor in Hellsing really didn't do much for me. I love the show, but the humor isn't.
Did it have a FMA Brotherhood vibe when it comes to the comedy?
It's a comic relief, as that's what it really is.
Yeah.
But even still, it was pretty weak for me.
Dude, Ceres was probably
more Crispin Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Now it's time to show you how a real vampire fights.
Yeah, Ultimate was great. I watched both.
What did you think of?
Well, I first heard of the original. I've heard of Hellsing, but I never saw it. But then I watched the abridged series of Hellsing Ultimate by ERockstar.
Right, because that's how you should watch it.
And that's practically how most people watched it, actually.
Just for that, I might
that's probably the reason why Hellsing Ultimate probably trended one night.
Well, see, the thing about the 3-hour thing is, now, I think people are, because we had the scare of losing hours, and we still have it, I think people are now, because I got involved after that, getting on Twitter, trying to keep stuff trending, and I think it was good. Now, still having 6 hours, it's just, it's nice to have it, but it's just so hard to manage.
Yeah, and it's just they don't have unlimited money, and they kind of already stated 6.5 hours is just way too much. Like, they had to juggle shows out constantly, and it's just like people don't want to sit down and watch reruns again and again every night.
Like Inuyasha. But the thing is, I really loved how they lost their
I
rights to
I will
Inuyasha.
say this, I was a bit upset that they couldn't air the last 2 episodes of Samurai Jack in rerun form.
Yeah. Oh, now it's a new
went before the new season comes out.
They may do a
Yeah, they
rerun of
may
that,
do a rerun.
but
I would hope they would do
Special
that.
I
miracle.
hope so too. But if not, they probably will air it in terms of a marathon to get people excited for the new season.
Marathon.
I haven't seen Samurai Jack since it was, I think, on Cartoon Network. When it like premiered on Cartoon Network, I hated that evil dude who looked like some type of like really skinny tower with the weird mustache. Like, I hated that guy so much, but I never honestly could get into it. It seemed like
Or
he
the
never talked.
samurai.
He never talked, and every episode was just like, it reminded me of Inuyasha, to be honest with you, where you don't know if it's a main story, it has a meaning, or it's just they had like a flat tire and they decided to go out and explore the woods for 2 or 3 episodes, and they go back to the actual story, but you don't even know what the real story is.
Samurai
So-
Jack doesn't really have an overflowing narrative other than Samurai Jack needs to go back to his time. That's about it.
The past.
Each
And
episode is
Byakuya.
basically a storyboard artist dream of they can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Well, see, is that why people like it? Because the thing is, I need to have a story. I mean, I'll drop a show fast if it's basically the story is only 1 episode and it has no overriding themes or connections or meanings to the actual basis of the story. It's basically constant fillers. That's how I kind of.
I mean, I think mostly it's just the stunning visuals back then for Jack.
I mean, for a show like Samurai Jack to come out like that was pretty risky. It was one of the few cartoons that didn't really have much dialogue to it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Where
very
it didn't
quiet, it was
have
very-
like, yeah,
It did its own thing, and it did it well.
And then you get John DiMaggio's character.
Yeah. I mean, they also do try to sprinkle in some like unique stuff here and there, and it's very its own thing, and it's different than most cartoons, even by today's standards. It's pretty unique.
Oh, it's a little bit like Space Dandy or
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, where
Yeah, each
Wouldn't
episode stands
compare
on
it
its
with
own ground.
the
I would say like the way the style is executed, I would put it in the same class of like Bebop and
okay
Space Dandy,
that's
where the-
animation style. Then okay.
right, animation style, because I think that was what the appeal was, that how drastically different the type of animation style that Samurai Jack had. It was like classic, even though it was an American show, it felt like a classic Japanese.
it was risky.
So
was like-
would you compare that also with
in an
Red
in an
Light?
animation form, and just the concepts of samurais and evil demons and stuff. And Samurai Jack, I think, as a character, you found him interesting as a character. That's what made you kind of stick with it. That's why I stuck with it, and I watched so many episodes because I was just fascinated with Jack, and I've been wondering, is Jack ever going to beat Aku and get back to his?
I guess I don't know. Jack.
Well, I hope we find out with this new season, because
Yes.
See, I think it was really risky because
There's also the comics.
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I haven't read those.
I never read the comics. See, I thought the fact that I remember as a kid, the coolest thing was the fact that it didn't look like any other cartoon that I've ever watched. Like it was heavily into the Japanese motif, and it got to be like, well, this is new. Like, there's nothing wrong about it. It's actually kind of interesting. I've never seen something like this before.
Yeah, and then when it jumps to the future, it's just a completely drastic change, to that
Absolutely.
style.
So is it going to be like the same
Also,
style?
the thing I want to say about Samurai Jack is that the future is not this generic future. It's just like this, it can be anything type of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, most people's generic take of the future is like flying cars and air skateboards or something like that. But in Samurai Jack, there's like a variety of stuff.
Yeah, like the different, just some people have changed, like the city that he ends up with in the first episode, and then when he goes on his travels, it just kind of seems like he's back in time already, but he's not. He's still in the future.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
it would be
people
like
are still farming. People are still using animals to do their farming and stuff. That deserts. none of that has changed in the future, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it will do good in trending? I mean, do you think that there's
Well,
enough?
considering
sure it will.
that Samurai Jack teaser trended,
Hands down.
Wow. Yeah. See,
Oh man,
depending
I
on-
wish I did a reaction video to that because I flipped out.
I
Yeah, see-
was.
And when I showed you guys, I think you guys were pretty excited as much as I was.
I kind of was. a
I
little
think I
iffy.
mentioned this on Twitter, but I freaked out when I saw this. I was like leaving work, and when I saw that news, I was just like, "Wow, that's some big news."
Yeah, because you didn't see that coming
I didn't
at
even know
all.
that was a feasible option for Adult Swim to even do.
Yeah.
Well,
So should I explain?
and also,
Does everybody
the
know
voice-
about?
I'm curious how they're going to do Aku, because the voice actor, what's his
Well,
name? Mako, right?
Yeah,
Is it
Mako.
Mako or
His
Mako?
it's Mako. I believe
It's Mako. Okay.
his understudy is going to be now taking the role because he
Okay.
Max voiced him in Avatar for like the final
Okay.
season and then in Korra.
Yeah, because I was wondering like how are they going to do Aku since Mako is
He's gone.
unfortunately
He-
gone.
Yeah.
He had
So much
an
respect for him, but
who
yeah.
voice matched him in Korra. He
Okay.
sounds a little bit different, but
Slightly.
it's practically you can never tell the difference. most
Okay.
of
It's
the
just
time.
like Christopher Lee and Corey Burton when they did the Clone Wars.
Okay. Okay.
Christopher Lee's like, well, no one's not gonna know this.
Well, and they can say that, okay, this took place, after blank, blank, blank time skip, so Aku ended up dropping it or going up a few octaves, or he has a sore throat kind of thing. They can say it, because, to be honest with you, this is I hope it appeals to people like you, but also people people like me, who really didn't watch it that much, like, dedicated to it when it first came out, but now it's on Toonami. You might give it a second roll and see how it comes, because I don't know if it's going to do a normal thing like 24 or 12 episode, or are they going to go for a more of One Piece kind of thing.
What's this
We'll
new
find out
season?
when it comes. I'm
my-
just
my-
shocked.
My
That's
best
not really
estimate guess for like this new season of Samurai Jack is that it's probably going to be 13 episodes for one season, and if it does well, maybe they're going to think
Okay.
about more seasons.
Okay.
They may
Maybe I don't know though.
So it might be like Space Dandy, where they have the second season, ready and waiting, kind of thing. Because that's what it seemed like to me. Space Dandy ended, and then only a few months later, we had Space Dandy 2. So but the thing is, when it comes down to it, if the fans like it and the fans can respond to it and enjoy it, I think it's gonna last. And it all comes down to ratings for Toonami. So.
Vote.
I
vote.
think Samurai Jack will do very well, but I feel like it would be a good idea to keep DBZ Kai in front.
Yeah.
That brings
Yeah,
in ratings.
it's not. I don't think it's going to
Unless
beat
we're gonna
out
give Jack.
Kai. I don't think that should be like the trademark show. I don't think Samurai Jack's going to break like Dragon Ball Kai numbers, but I'd say it'd be up there. Like maybe a Kami got kill. Like the second
Possibly.
or third, like the third or fourth maybe.
Well,
So
then
I-
again, we don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, that's a
I
big thing too.
I
It
marked
could
it
show
towards,
it all on.
like I said, I think I've mentioned this before too, because I've said this on Twitter, is that I estimate a late fall released, probably September,
Okay.
So
that would make the most sense. I think.
Yeah.
because production started at the beginning of December, and it takes 3 to 6 months to make an episode. So
So that'll be the end of Shampoo almost, because the thing is,
Shampoo will be ending in July, because
okay.
it's 26 episodes.
Oh, is that counting a marathon or
yeah,
two
I'm
here?
counting marathon.
Oh, yeah. It depends if
July.
See, the thing is, Shampoo. I know that for by trending wise, Shampoo has had some little hiccups with like the hashtags and whatnot, and
I seriously don't know why they chose Shampoo instead of Samurai Shampoo.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the show is Samurai Champloo. I mean,
How many people are going to know what the hell Shampoo is?
Yeah, it sounds
And
like
even on,
someone
like,
spelled Shampoo.
I mean,
And
if
even
you're
on
a
like
new
the official
Toonami
like
fan,
Toonami app, it has Samurai Shampoo.
yeah, yeah.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's that very, very bluntly. Because the thing is, the Toonami Kai is a good. Toonami Kai is like an
Toonami crew.
appetizer. You know, it's like an appetizer to Toonami. So Toonami Kai, DBZ Kai shouldn't be moved.
No.
But you have to put something behind it too that people like us are really, really into. So either Parasite and
And even if we get an expansion, keep DBZ Kai the lead-in show, because people may state that they're done with DBZ, it brings in numbers.
They're not. If that was the case, DBZ
it
Kai
brings
would
like
bring
a
in
million.
numbers that it's bringing in. I mean,
oh, dude, I watched it before when it was first out, and I still watch it because, dude, to be honest with you, I never got home sometimes in time. Like, I had aftercare, so and then I was a kid, so there was no DVR or anything. So I know the storyline from, like, basically reading stuff online and seeing some episodes at a friend's house, but you can still watch it again. It's still badass.
it's still a great show to watch.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's still fun.
Yeah.
And it does well, so...
Well, and we're also into the Cell Saga for Kai.
Yeah.
We're in the end.
The androids.
We're
Krillin-
just about to start.
Oh, I'm
Krillin
sorry, the
gets his
droids.
girl- Yeah.
Yeah,
Krillin
Cell
gets
Arc
his
will be
girl.
coming later this year.
Well, see, the thing is,
I like the abridged version.
you like the abridged version? I haven't seen that one before.
You
It's
should.
funny.
The Team 4-star one is
Team
phenomenal.
4-star.
Team 4-star is so great. You should check out their version.
Didn't they like make
So
it into like one of the DBZ movies?
They've done a
bunch
few
of
movies.
those DBZ movies.
They've done like Lord Slug. They've done Cooler.
I think
No,
that
no,
people
no,
into
no,
both.
They've done a lot.
I'm not sure.
No, I meant like one of the people from Team 4-star actually made it into
Oh, yeah.
the DBZ movie.
One of the
yeah.
voice actors, I believe, Neko Kaiser, is a voice actor for Funimation now.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice grab.
Kaiser Neko.
that was
Kaiser
fun.
Neko, you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is it spelled like Neko, like a dog, like Neko in Japanese?
I
or
think it's
just
Neko,
I think
I believe.
Yeah,
Neko
that's
is cat.
Neko.
Yeah.
And Eko is Neko in cat, so the guy's last name is Cat.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Well, I don't know what the guy's actual name is, but I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
the actor.
Right. See, the thing,
picked up.
the thing is, I mean, you guys are kind of feeling iffy about, the story about Kami got killed and everything, but the fact that the episodes are winding down, I think we're gonna see something like for Kill la Kill happen, where the last few episodes. I mean, if you've seen it, I don't know if you guys have actually seen it.
I've seen it. I know it's coming.
Yes, yes, and oh my goodness, like words
It does
cannot
end
describe.
well. I will give it that. My only problem with it is the story, the overall story, but for what we get, it's great. It is
Yes,
good. It's a solid
Is
show.
there going to be a Highlander reference?
I have no
no.
idea.
Like
No,
there can
probably
be
not.
only one?
No.
Probably not.
Okay, good. I don't need to use that then.
See, the thing that I really liked about it is the fact that the anime one I think is a little bit better than the manga. The endings do differ a little bit, but I think that people are going to be pleased, and there's going to be a big response now, depending on if there's going to be reruns. I honestly
I
don't.
mean, I'm pretty pleased with it, except for certain deaths.
Well, dude, I mean, it's Assassins, so I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then again, I've never watched Game of Thrones, so...
I haven't either. So
I watched
Have you watched
a
Walking
couple
Dead? 'Cause
episodes.
I kind of compare it to The Walking Dead because
Oh.
everyone's got their time.
No, I compared Attack on Titan with Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's what they said it was.
Yeah.
The Japanese version of Walking Dead on the back of the manga. So, I mean,
I think Funimation stated that it's the Walking Dead. Attack on Titan
Yeah.
is the Walking Dead for them.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, if you really liked Akame ga Kill, there's another show called I think it's Ga Reiki Zero. That is, I think, a little bit better. And it has the supernatural. It has some things like Blue Exorcist, but also has the stuff of basically girls kicking ass, and there's a whole storyline behind it. So, I mean, I had it recommended to me, and I really enjoyed it. So, if you have a hankering for more stuff like Akame ga Kill, that would be really good for you. And who knows? If
Hey, I want some freaking demon slaying. I want Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry. The video games are good, but I never can watch like the anime. I don't know
I
why.
have-
but-
the anime was alright. I thought it was alright.
And
I watched
honestly, I thought it would have been a good transitional viewpoint from Hellsing Ultimate to Devil May Cry.
I don't know if Devil May Cry would bring in views though.
I don't think video game series would work on Toonami. Period.
Well, see, there was a channel.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Chiller did it. Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
Chiller
wrong.
aired 3 episodes, and then they
it was
stopped that.
terrible.
Hold it out.
Boss sent me,
Feel cool.
dude, it got all zeros. Like, Boss sent me, like, the ratings, everything got zeros.
Well, that was that.
Everything.
That's
I mean,
because
they didn't
no,
promote it
They
either.
didn't promote it at all. They didn't promote it at all. So, you know,
Lack of promotion show. Why did bother doing the freaking Chiller thing? If they didn't even promote the damn thing.
They have Majin something too. So people, dude, Chiller is full of like a bunch of B horror like movies and shows that are absolute garbage in my opinion. I've watched a few of them with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it literally,
Chiller and Chiller.
it's awful. It's awful. So I mean,
Hilariously awful. I guarantee you would laugh at some of them.
Yeah, but
I have.
I
I'm talking
can't,
from experience.
I can't watch that for an extended period of time. Like, that cannot be my go-to thing when I'm bored, is to watch B horror movies. Like, I think I will devolve as a human.
I'd rather
was
wait till Halloween than watch Chiller.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
I don't get
even
the
watch horror stuff.
I don't get the channel, so it really didn't matter to me.
Well, the next topic is trending or trends. Not sure what the official name we're calling this segment, but basically trending or trends. Pick a name. But yeah, with the trends.
so, I mean, I thought before a few weeks ago that One Piece was having trouble. I think it was before like the new the new title came out. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still drawing the views. I mean, it's probably better than a Kill la Kill, simply because I mean it does have a big fan base. But I mean, I don't know if people are falling asleep or what. But I mean, what's your guys' take on this? Do you find it as weird as I do? Because it is a huge show. It's huge.
Kill la Kill not doing
No,
well?
No, One Piece.
One Piece.
Oh, One Piece. I mean, I think people have made this point before, but it's just like, ever since like the 4Kids dub, I think people are just like, I'll stick with the sub version. That and the thing where we're currently at with One Piece, we're far
that's
behind
my
what
complaint.
Japan is
Yeah.
on.
We need to find a way to cut a whole section of 2 or 3 fillers so we can skip up way ahead.
Yeah, Jason doesn't really care, I think.
I mean, like, this show is supposed to be there just to be a show that'll be in place for years and years.
Yeah, like Naruto
Yeah,
Shippuden.
still going.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Those shows are never going to end on the block. They're just supposed to cement those time
And
slots, I think.
They
Yeah.
said that they're never going to add any more of the long-standing shows. I think they made that very clear. That they're going to only do the shorts. I think they want to have more turnover, because if something goes wrong, I mean, but they've been hitting it out of the park. But to have a 24 episode commitment compared to what is freaking One Piece on now, like 500 something.
it's like 700 plus episodes.
Yeah, like that commitment, because you're basically getting fans into a show, and if they respond to it, you're kind of stuck. I mean, it's a little bit like DBZ, but DBZ is kind of like if you were to ask anyone on the street, hey, have you watched Dragon Ball Z? And I know people who don't even know anime is anime, or basically anything about it, but they're like, yeah, I watched Dragon Ball Z, and everyone knows it. So see, that's I think the big difference with One Piece and the problem that we're having. But I don't think it's ever going to really move on, sadly enough.
I think what Adult Swim is looking at it as is that it's not really doing terrible, but it's not doing the greatest, but it's doing fine for what it's doing at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it serves a purpose, and it does it very well. I mean, the only thing I would hope is that people who don't like One Piece, but like Toonami, that are already going to watch it, just tweet. I mean, I know it might be hard if you fall asleep. I mean, it happens to the best of us. It happens to me. But if you're on, does it really hurt to watch it? Like, it's one of those things where the time period is where what else are you gonna watch? So if that happens, I don't know if it'll help the ratings more than the trending, but it's not going anywhere, so we should probably make peace with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I do think though that they could skip the fillers though, because
Yep.
I feel like the fillers are a huge killer. Like during the time when we were in the middle of the Water 7 arc, I remember, and then they flash back to those like 5 or 6 episodes, flash back into the very, very beginning, which I was fine with, but I think that killed like whatever momentum Water 7 has got going. Because if you saw Water 7 and skipped that part, I think people would have stuck around, because people were sticking around. One Piece.
I stuck around.
Another major complaint people have with the anime is that Toei has shit pacing with it. Like, there are some episodes that do have great pacing, and then there's just like so many that have so little pacing to it. Yep. Like, each episode drags on, and you just want it to end.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the fillers should be skipped when it's on the broadcast, because the fillers are gonna kill the ratings or like whatever momentum, because sometimes they put those backstories of like recounting what happened way back when, and it's just killing the momentum that the story has got going.
I didn't mind that all so much, because it got a lot of people caught up with the show.
I get that. I felt the same way with that, but I did notice a huge drop when that happened.
The way I see it was the fact that they got me hooked on like this like epic battle and everything, and basically getting me invested, and then I tune in and getting blindsided by some, something that just came out of the blue, and kind of it left a bad taste in your mouth to be like, what? Like, you got me so hooked. And it's kind of like going out to dinner and ordering a really nice steak, and it comes out and it's completely different, and you're like, what is this? Like, I didn't get involved for this. And then people just stop watching it. So I mean, I record it and make sure I always watch it, but I understand it really does kill the momentum. It pops the balloon of the intensity and everything. That
there was a specific line for about 3 or 4 straight weeks, I think even longer than that. I had this one specific line in Water 7 that I was so excited for to re-experience again, and I was saying it for like 3 or 4 weeks because I thought we were up to the episode and we weren't.
Which line was it? Which line was it?
The part when right before they basically declare war, Usopp shoots the flag, and Luffy's like, "Bring it on!"
You see, I like the horse battle with like the when they basically ran amok in this entire it was basically a gigantic citadel island with basically it's kind of an abyss that you never come out of. So I mean that is where I really got into it. But then when the fillers came around, it's just it put me off. So, but see, the thing is that the problem that the long series have compared to the 24, the 12 and the 24 can't do that. I mean, give Parasite a Kami Ga Kill or other shows that are, just a Hellsing Ultimate. That was no, questions asked, kind of, this is it, and you're not going to have to watch anything that's unnecessary. Right. So, the thing is, I that's why I think that they got rid of the time, and they also said, we're not allowing any more long-running shows. We're going to focus on the fast turnaround.
Well, I think even when they had 6.5 hours, they were just like, we probably don't even want another long runner. We had a bunch, but for a new one to come on, the shows that they picked up were very nostalgic to people, like Naruto, One Piece, Inuyasha, and then Kai. It's just there was a nostalgic feeling towards these shows, which is the main reason why they got them.
Right.
I was hoping that
basically, I think to fill the time slot too for those specific times, because those are going to pull decent rating for that time slot, and it's going to bring that amount of ratings consistently at that time slot. So it makes sense, but I think the format that they have going, where I think the long shows that they have now are good and solid, and keeping the variety still coming with the other time slots, I think works perfectly.
Yeah. See, I think that when we throughout Parasite and Akame Got Kills trending, I mean, it's been pretty consistent. The turnout has been pretty good. I mean, I don't know how many people are just completely entranced with either Akame, who, by the way, is the best, okay, of Akame ga Kill, and Migi from Parasite. I mean, Migi is, he's not very nice, but he's really lovable for some reason. I mean, I love the guy, but he's not very nice.
When he turned into a dog that one episode.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I really liked that. So, but see,
Mickey had to cut a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, see that the thing is, people love those things, and I think that's why, you know, that show's been doing so well. I mean, if you guys been on Twitter, you guys see it all the time. When Akame ga Kill comes on, there's a bunch of pictures.
That Migi Twitter account.
Yeah, did that one infecting Silver dude and everything? Oh yeah. See, but those shows, I think Toonami needs to focus on them because, I mean, it's a sure bet. And trending wise, it's good. Like, it seems.
No, yeah, it brings in the views. It solidifies that second and third spot. The Sentai Hour is very successful. There's no denying that.
And for some reason, Sentai has gotten very buddy-buddy with Toonami. I mean, these things are huge.
They may have been fans, and they're like, you know, Toonami, we were fans of it growing up, they've heard of it, and this is, you know, their opportunity, you know.
I think the thing is that Toonami just wanted to find a new distributor. They're kind of running out of options because Viz Media, they ran out of options for them to air.
Or they couldn't afford any.
Yeah,
and then Aniplex is slowly running out of titles.
Yeah.
And then, like, the only distributor left would be Funimation, and I don't think they want a whole block that's dedicated to Funimation shows.
It might as well be the Funimation
diversity. Yeah, definitely.
Well, see, the thing is, I think that if we get more Aniplex, and I mean, the only problem with Aniplex is it's kind of expensive, but I mean, Sentai. The only problem with the Sentai is, I don't know that it has that much variety. Like, I mean, I know if I can go on Funimation's app, they have countless shows. Like,
the problem with Sentai Filmworks is that they pick up all these obscure shows that probably nobody in the general audience will want to watch. They've been getting better about that as years have gone on, but it's still like most of their catalog is obscure.
Well,
even for like the anime fan.
Well, the thing is, if you were looking at Toonami and there's no promo, and you see, or even if you're looking up shows and you see Log Horizon, or the best example is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? That title alone will put off 85% of people. They'll be like, either they'll be interested, or be like, this is really disturbing. This is some weird freak pervert going down to a dungeon trying to hit on people. I mean, that doesn't sound like it would be that good.
Yeah, that is a very stupid sounding name.
Well, see, the thing is, in Japan, it's called Danmachi, which is a dungeon.
I don't know if that translates to that what Sentai.
No, that's like a nickname. It's called Danmachi, which is just dungeon. Which, because the whole thing focuses on a dungeon, but like those things to a common person who wasn't either recommended to it, they would be like, what, like.
But I look at it. I look at the whole Sentai thing, like what Sam said with the shows being kind of obscured and stuff. I look at it as that could be a reason why they are kind of committing to Toonami a little bit. It's a way for the Toonami audience to kind of be aware, not be aware, but you know, discover some of these obscure shows that they have possibly. That could have been a part of it, I think.
It's nice to hear, you know, dubs like Aniplex and Sentai on the block, because usually you can't find their dubs on free websites. You have to like pay to Netflix or to the anime networks to hear their dubs.
Right.
Yeah, see, the thing that I think Sentai did perfectly, and it reflects in the ratings, the fact that Toonami fans are the ones I mean, I wouldn't say they're the only ones, but they are big drivers in the market here. So if you wanted in on the market, I mean, I talk to a lot of people who, during movie month, most of the people now own at least 2 of those movies aired after watching them on Toonami. And people find favorite shows. I mean, Hellsing Ultimate, I own that. after I saw it on Toonami.
Yeah, same. I did that with Hellsing Ultimate on Black Lagoon. I watched
Yeah,
the
Black
first
Lagoon.
episode.
Yeah, I
The
need
first
to pick
episode.
up those
The
shows.
next day, literally the next day, I was
Yeah.
like, I put in, I ordered it on Amazon on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's what I did too. So that kind of thing that's why I'm surprised that the shows haven't come here that are kind of big and obscure, because if it does get into Toonami, and if it's good, Toonami benefits from trending. They benefit because they license it, as well as the people who are spending the money on those types of things and are willing to spend money on those things. Not big ticket items, but it takes a while. It's not cheap. It's not expensive, but it's not really cheap.
Right.
It's Toonami fans, so it's one of those things where it's good for everyone involved. So when the next when these shows end, I mean the Sentai ones, hopefully someone else comes in. I mean, Log Horizon would be good. There's 2 seasons of that.
I've been hearing a lot of things that Funimation's new partnership or production that they're a part of may be a consideration.
Interesting. Yeah, see, Funimation knows the value
about that.
of this stuff. Because, I mean, the live tweeting is also very helpful for trending. I mean, I remember the live tweeting for Sword Art Online. I mean, and all these people, they're not just in it to say, like, oh yeah, it's not like pre-written tweets, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they type this stuff up while watching the episode.
Yeah.
And then when they're looking at it, they just send it. I mean, it's kind of, the death gun for Sword Art Online, I loved. I really loved. And
I love the surprise.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that people ruined it, but the fact that these people who, I mean, I don't know if they got paid or not, but it was really, really fun. I mean, what do you guys think about that? 'Cause I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think Bendis can still use the death gun account every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh no, but just the fact that the main actors, and sometimes even, I mean, if Sentai does it a lot for a comic got killed, they post stuff and everything. And
Yeah.
It's,
All the actors do.
Yeah,
it's really great. I think it really helps make the show that much.
The companies do take advantage of it. It's funny. I put out a tweet after I got Future Diary on Blu-ray, and I just put a tweet out there. And
Great show.
I'm not sure if I linked Funimation or not, but I was like, no, I did link Funimation to the tweet, basically saying, Future Diary, great show. I got it on Blu-ray. Any possibility it could end up on Toonami one day? And they're like, it's on the table.
I get that stuff with all my, like, when I get new manga or like novels, or even the Evangelion, you find either publishers or things that they respond back. So they're more responsive, but just the live tweeting alone makes everything so much fun during training.
Yeah.
And it makes
and I've tried live tweeting once. I don't think I can keep up.
I don't know how they do it, honestly, but I'll tell you one thing: the ratings definitely probably improve when people are live tweeting.
Twitter lessons.
But the live tweeting actors make everyone else want to get involved, because I see it on my feed, and I mean those things. If they kept on doing
the AVR directors do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun when they get involved with the.
I remember
trending.
I talked to the 2 main characters, Michigo and Hachin, as well as the director of Michigo and Hachin, about the show. I don't know if it was me and
Monica Real,
or both of those things. The little girl and
I can't remember watching.
But
Monica
Jade Saxton,
yeah,
I believe is Hachin.
But the funny thing about it is, when I was talking to them about the show, I was like, oh god, I gotta get this. I really, really like this. And you find out that, oh look, it's on sale at this place, for only this amount of money. And so, it's one of those things where they have an agenda, of course, which, I mean, it's a company, but still, they didn't say, oh yeah, you need to buy this kind of thing. The first thing I said. They actually, I mean, they seem to really enjoy the show just as much as we are.
Yeah.
And live tweeting about that really brings, a dynamic aspect to Twitter that really helps during the trending, because it is late at night.
Yeah, but like what I mentioned, I talked to I think it was the director of Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah.
When he was talking,
Alex Von David.
But before I wrote my article on Kill la Kill and basically explaining how much of a how much respect I have for that show, for that type of show nowadays. Where if I watched it, 5-10 years ago, I would have turned it off.
Like, what the hell is this? Yeah.
I would have been so like, but I what was cool about social media was that I was basically able to tell them, like, if I put on that show 5 or 10 years ago, I would have been like, this is
Slow down, shut down.
No, this is too inappropriate. This isn't normal. And then now I'm like, this is really cool. But the fact that I was able to tell him that, and he even responded back to me saying, "Thank you for your kind words." I mean,
I think it was Alex Von
it's
David.
so great.
Yes,
It's really beneficial to them and the company
and
involved.
Toonami too. I think I think that was one of the best things. And now you see it on other shows, like you see it on other shows, like the stars will be live tweeting during the show. I mean, Toonami doesn't really say that. These people do it, and I mean, it seems to be a give and take, kind of beneficial for everyone, and they get response. And even the last thing you want to do is be on Twitter and talking to yourself.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of, and especially you're talking to a wall and you're like all happy and stuff, and you get a response back like that. That's kind of huge, as well as the fact that it keeps you doing that. So, and if you just put the hashtag at the bottom, you'll be surprised how many times you've tweeted.
And it's just so cool interacting with everybody and seeing everybody's reaction. Like,
Has any
I remember
any voice actor followed any
April
of you on
Fool's
Twitter?
whole thing, like how that exploded and how everyone was talking about that. Like, that night was just so insane. I told some people like the story, but just meeting the boss through that and everything. It was just such an incredible day that day, and just how everybody was just talking about it on social media when they pulled that. That was just insane.
See, I don't think I've actually followed or been followed by a voice actor. I just know I see it on my feed, like they say something or someone retweets it, and then the comments and stuff, like you leave a comment that starts a conversation, then like it just it's just really, really enjoyable. It's probably one of the best things Toonami has done, if they're responsible for it or not, which I think it's more of the studios wanting to connect with the fans off the TV.
I hope that's the case. It seems like that's the case, and I hope that is the case. That's how I think it should be. Because those people are basically your customers, and you want to have a good relationship with your customers.
Yeah.
They already
It just makes sense.
they already do fan service in the anime, so I mean, this is the fan service, because I mean, it's not really for us, but they call it fan service. It's kind of, I'm not a fan of it, but the fact that they're doing this, it makes everything just that much better, as well as the fact that they're selling more, because now they're talking to us and saying, wow, these people really liked it. And look at the response we got from this show. Wow, this is...
Yeah, they get an idea of like what shows are successful, which shows aren't, which people are talking about, which ones to like, dislike, etc., etc. I'm sure it helps them when they're like picking out shows and which shows to dub, and etc., etc.
I really wonder how it plays a role in Toonami picking a show. Like, that's probably one of the things that I would love to know, is does trending of certain shows and the response you get on Twitter help them decide, okay, well, this is the alley that seems to be a good one, it's a safe bet, we should go and get a show in this genre, and do they get to watch all the dubs before they even get to buy it? I think that, because that would be awesome. Imagine that job, watching all these shows before they're available.
This may not sound like something, but Toonami is basically one giant advertisement for shows.
Exactly.
That's Toonami's
direct to the
thing.
consumers too. Direct to the consumers. So it's definitely beneficial to everyone. We get to see the animes for free. And then if we like it, we can go out and buy it. We get to talk to these people because we're trending it. And Toonami gets ratings, and they'll get a chance at a better show, because if your show's trending on Twitter, everyone else is like, what is a Kame ga Kill? What is Parasite? And they click on it because people do.
What is Samurai Champloo?
Exactly, that's what I would click on.
No, you mean shampoo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Champloo.
But yeah, I mean,
one Shinichiro Watanabe anime that everybody likes, besides Bebop.
Well, Bebop is always good. I mean, I didn't get to see it after a while, but once it was on Toonami, I bought it. So I have so many Toonami shows. I mean,
I still need to get the remaster.
Yeah, same here.
I gotta get on Blu-ray. I have the Anime Legends box set, which I like because I love that case, but I gotta get on Blu-ray. That's
Well,
just
I
one
have
of
a
those shows that
PS3.
you gotta get Blu-ray.
yeah. I think now that DVDs are getting even more expensive than Blu-rays in some cases.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but I've seen it on, like, if you don't have a Blu-ray player.
I go to Walmart and it's like $29 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I think Walmart said they're going to stop selling DVDs and stuff. So
Oh, thank God.
when they talk about the format wars and everything, I mean, it's a little off topic, but I
Walmart.
remember they declared that freaking Blu-ray's the winner because Walmart and all these big box stores say we're only going to restock our Blu-rays rather than keep on buying DVDs that are antiquated and they can only hold a certain amount of data compared to a Blu-ray, which can hold. Because I remember buying other things and they have two or three CDs. If you buy like the collector's cut with extra features and extra endings instead of one Blu-ray disc, that you buy one Blu-ray disc and that's it.
Mhm.
I mean, that and Blu-ray has a higher quality. It's a nicer picture to look at. It's not as saturated as a DVD. There's a bunch of technical aspects of a DVD that a Blu-ray can't. The Blu-ray can do that a DVD can't.
Yeah.
At
It's
one
just
point,
simply better.
you were able to connect to like the directors of the movie, if I remember correctly, or is it just or is it just Disney doing it?
I don't think I can do it on some. I know that they had that thing where on Blu-ray, I think it's only Blu-ray, where you get the digital copy as well as the physical copy.
Yeah.
That's the
also
norm of every release.
Yeah, I really
It's
like
an
that.
ultraviolet HD digital download.
It's
Yeah,
basically. So
I'd rather stick with iTunes.
I do. Apple is like the Antichrist to me. They've screwed me over too many times.
Understandable.
I do.
Me, I like
do-
my physical copies. I
Yeah,
like my physical
physical
copies.
Nothing wrong with physical copies.
Gotta collect. Gotta have to expand the collection.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I got
One of these
Space Dandy
days,
Season
I need
1
to
from
go out of my
iTunes.
way and buy Samurai Jack on DVD because I own it all on iTunes.
Yeah, dude, you're not gonna burn that. You want to have all the art on the CDs.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that brings a close to the first pilot episode of Toonami Squad Sessions podcast. I hope you enjoy, the viewers, I hope you enjoyed our conversation here. We are planning to do more of these in the near future.
And it will improve.
Hopefully they'll improve. This is a work in progress, a la experiment, as they say.
So, should we just plug in our social media?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
What?
Silver's birthday.
Oh yeah. Do another thing.
Before we go, we want to give a special birthday shout out to one of our staff members, at SilverAbsolutionII, one of our editors and thumbnail creator, artist.
Thumbnail designer.
He is our resident art genius that is just absolutely amazing.
Master of the aspect ratio.
Yeah,
as we like to
master
call
of the aspect ratio.
He designs all the
Master of
thumbs and
YouTube.
banners and headers for the site.
Yep.
Mhm.
In the master of YouTube.
Social account.
Basically all the thumbnails that you see, like our logo and basically all the wallpapers and thumbnails that you see, those are
That
mostly
beautiful
made by
Final
him.
Fantasy
So
VII thumbnail.
Yeah, his sweat is in those pictures. So, and they're not eating.
so give him a special birthday shout out when you see this, even though it's going to be past his birthday, but give him a birthday shout out anyway.
And
He still needs to collect his hoopa.
Yeah, and don't drink too much sober. Don't drink too much. I know you're turning 21. So,
what's up,
and
boss?
Silver, we appreciate everything that you do for the site.
yeah, you are a very critical part of this.
Yes.
So,
You're the bread and butter of everything.
yes, exactly. You are the one who we lean on extremely often. We often lean on you.
Like Disney World.
Yeah. So, hopefully you have a safe 21st birthday.
Yep.
and you have a blast.
Toonami Squad on Twitter. You can go to like us on Facebook.com/Toonami Squad Official. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Toonami Squad. Follow us on Google Plus at Toonami Squad. You can also follow us on Twitch TV, Toonami Squad Gaming, and you can also check out the website at ToonamiSquad.boards.net.
We're awesome.
Awesome job. All right, that concludes the first episode of the Toonami Squad Sessions podcast. I hope you enjoyed our conversations, and like I said before, we plan to do this more often. We hope this will be a thing. I enjoyed the first pretty much talking to you guys. I hope we can do this again sometime.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this was fun.
More likely for the 20th anniversary for Pokemon that I'm putting together.
Okay.
Because
Definitely.
I'd rather do that instead of an article.
Okay. There you go. There you go. There's your tease for the next episode, the Pokemon
Wink,
20th anniversary. There's 20 years old.
30th anniversary for Dragon Ball Z.
30th anniversary of Dragon Ball Z.
I feel so old.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I feel so old.
Guys, we're spoiling
Over,
everything for the viewers.
Pokemon and
No one's gonna tune in.
Okay, guys.
All
So with that said,
So with that said, that concludes this episode. We hope to see you next time, and until next time, I'm Eric Casey, ERockstar 5 on Twitter.
I'm Mr. Shadow on
I'm
Twitter.
I'm Sam. You can follow me on Twitter at SCUniverse.
I'm Phantom at Famstar64, and if you want to see my other stuff, go tweet me, you lazy bums.
And lastly,
I'm JMB at JMB7_70056 on Twitter, and you can also find me on the site doing stuff.
So follow us at Toonami Squad on Twitter as well, and that concludes this episode. Okay, bye.